Nice turn. Origi turn, shoots.
Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. Some pre-recorded stuff. I've got this background going on now, right? So I think we're just going to keep this for the pre-recorded. I've explained before. I'll briefly go over it again. I can't do like a green screen effect when I'm doing pre-recorded stuff because my editing software just hates it. Don't know why, but it is what it is. So these are the division rival placement games. We didn't have too many. I think there's 3 in this episode. We lose one of them, which annoyingly is this one. An animation cost me that goal there. The goalkeeper goes down to get it, and then he decides halfway while going down, decides he doesn't want to do it, like a really cheap hooker, and ends up conceding the goal. So it is what it is. I've adopted a new play style, which I think fits the way that FIFA 20 should be, well, not should be played, but I think what we're going to be playing FIFA 20 as, and that's high possession, very high agility players, and just pass and move, but into space, really. I've been watching, I can't remember his name, actually. I've got it next to me. Alexandor, I think, is his Twitch name. He is a pro player, and I was watching him yesterday, and my God, the way that he plays the game is beautiful. So I've been trying to, let's not pretend. I've been trying to copy everything that he does, and it's difficult to do it because he's using high-end players. He was in draft yesterday, so it was really difficult to it's gonna be difficult to replicate the way that he plays because all of his players are like Messi and Pele and such. But I'm trying my best, and it seems to be working so far. Obviously, doing my own little thing here or there, but drag backs in particular are not the be-all and end-all, but they are quite important, and I'm using it more and more. So there are a lot of people in the comment section today who have left really nice comments, and I appreciate you. A lot of people saying that I'm underrated. I've been around long enough to understand that it doesn't matter how good you are at being a YouTuber, unless you hit that lucky break, you ain't gonna get it. Even if you are like the best YouTuber, I'm not saying that's me, but even if you are the best YouTuber and you put like more effort than anyone else in, and you spend hours and hours editing your video, and it is literally a masterpiece. If you upload it and you don't get the lucky break in the algorithm, or you don't know someone who's going to promote your video or whatever, it'll never get seen. And unfortunately, I feel like I'm not like a good YouTuber by any stretch, but I feel like no matter how much effort I put in, I just feel like I'm always going to be at the same level. But I'm alright with it because it's a level that I can make a living at, and that's all I really care about, if I'm honest. So with that being said, I appreciate all the kind words. And we move on. So there are quite a few people actually who are mentioning the name Julian Brandt, and I read it first and I was like, yeah, and I looked at him earlier. In fact, I looked at him before I've started recording this because someone in my group chat said Julian Brandt is quite cheap, and then I was like, okay, I'll have a look at him. And then I had a look at his stats and I was like, yeah, he's quite good. And then when I read the comments, people were like, Brandt is almost the same stats as Havertz, because I was banging on about how much I want Havertz and how much I like Havertz. But he's half the price, and he'll get a once to watch. This is an important thing. He'll get a once to watch, so his price will be up once he's out of packs. And that is true. Now, once to watch cards, I don't know if they're available for a week or 2 weeks, I forget. But I think it's a week. Now, with that being said, only the people who have had access to early access will have the cards such as João Felix, Brandt, Rebic, maybe a few others here or there, Haller, for instance, of West Ham. There are quite a few players, obviously, in contention for ones-to-watch cards. There may even be 2 ones-to-watch squads this year. We don't know. There are so many players who have made transfers, and a few of them are big names as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe one squad 1 week and another squad another week or something like that, or maybe a bunch of them available through objectives. But either way, Julian Brandt is definitely an option. Now, Kevin Campbell, ironically, would have been one of the players I wanted to switch out quite early on. However, he has extremely high agility. There aren't that many players in the Bundesliga, incidentally, that are that high agility, but Kevin Campbell is one of them. And since moving into this style of... Basically, the style is using the left stick for movement. That sounds stupid because that's what everyone does. But it's like, instead of doing skill moves and things like that, we either just use the drag back or we use left stick. And it is so effective with high agility players, and the more pace you have, the better. I think Brandt, off the top of my head, and this is just pure memory, we'll have a look in a second when we go live. I think he's got 81 agility, correct me if I'm wrong, which isn't the best, but I would definitely be interested in trying him out because obviously he's going to have better ball control, better dribbling stats. He might even be quicker than Campbell. I would have thought he would be. What I really want to improve on more than anything, though, are the strikers. Luca Bacchio and Poulsen are decent, but they're not up to the standard of the rest of the team just now. I think Poulsen it kind of is. Luca Bacchio is falling behind a little bit. What we need is those type of players, really, the Jamie Vardys, the sort of lightning quick players who are good in front of goal. What I really want is Timo Werner, but unfortunately he's just too expensive. He's gone up in price, and it's just not going to happen. I'm really lucky I scored that one. I should have squared it, and I didn't. I went for goal like 3 times, and in the end we managed to get there. What other comments do we have here? Does anyone else... It's a bit grim, but Kian says, does anyone else nut when TVM says juicy or sexy? It's a bit weird, but I thought it deserved a readout. Delaney has been amazing for me and will only go up in price, maybe pick up Brandt until you can afford Havertz. There you go. So Alex also agreeing. Rob says I should pick up Dan James. If he was a gold this year, yeah, but it's just not possible, is it? You can't really play with a silver this year. It's just you require really high agility, dribbling, and ball control stats. This guy gave up, by the way. I don't understand why he'd give up in the 75th minute. You might as well just carry on. If he's playing his placement games, then fair enough. He was probably going to lose the game anyway. But if he's not playing placement games, he's just missed out on some points there. But either way, we managed to make 2 of the 5 rage quit. We won the other one, and we lost 2 apparently. I could have swore we drew our first game though, or did I win it or did we draw it? I can't remember. Was it in yesterday's episode or the day before? We played a rivals game. The day before, it must have been the day before, because yesterday was rewards. So I don't know. I'm not really sure on that one. But we're in Division 5 with a skill rating of 1102, which for me at this stage with the team that I have is not that bad at all. I think Division 4 might be the highest you can get for winning your placement games anyway. I could have sworn it was Division 5 last year, but either way, we are there now, which means we're on for a pretty decent reward set. We'll have a look at those just to give ourselves a little refresh in a second, but we need to look at Julian Brandt. So for those interested in the skill rating, I am 1102, which is just below halfway between 5 and 4. So, a few more wins, and you never know, we might be in Division 4, but then again, few defeats, and we're in Division 6. In terms of the rewards, I have no idea how much or how many points it will take to get here. 80% of people are currently in rank 3 though, so that's something. I'm hoping for a day 1 patch for this. There may even have been one already by the time you're watching this, because obviously the Champions Edition people get the game, or got the game today. So, yeah, hopefully there is some sort of patch or update or something that gives you the amount of points required for each rank in not only rivals but squad battles as well. That would be really handy. So yeah, top 40% in rank 2, top 80% rank 3, we know that. The coin reward for this is 32,000 coins. This is for rank 3. So just being on the, should we say, conservative side, and just being a little bit harsh to ourselves, maybe saying that we're not either good enough to get there, or maybe we don't have time, or for whatever reason. We either take 32,000 or we pick up a mega pack and 2 15Ks. It's not the best. I don't know which you would rather me take. I don't want to take untradables, as you know that's going to be double. So that's 2 mega packs, but they're untradeable, and 4 15Ks, but they're untradeable. The pack luck on this account so far has actually been very good, so I wouldn't be surprised if we took those untradables and end up packing something substantial. But I don't really want to be filling the club up with untradables. What we should do is have a little sit down and say, look, this is what we want to do. These are the plans. Maybe this is a concept team we're going to half build towards. Obviously, plans change when EA release certain SBCs and so on and so forth. So we're not going to sit down and go, right, this is what I'm doing. Last year, remember, we said, oh, I want to go and get... Last year I was like, oh, I want Gerrard and Littman or one of them in the team by the end of the year. This year I'm going to be a little bit more ambitious, because the side already, to be fair, is quite good. And just from playing squad battles and doing a few objectives, we've managed to accumulate around 80,000 coins. So, yeah, 44k for rank 2. I'm thinking this is the rank I'll be in, but like I said, I'll have to wait and see on the points. Pack rewards is a 50k pack and a 35k pack. Now, that to me is far more appealing. There are a few reasons why, and it's already been mentioned in this video actually. Ones to watch. Now, Ones to watch is released Friday, which is obviously a day after rewards. So what I think is going to happen is I'll probably take the packs. Whether I take untradables or tradables, I'm not going to leave it down to you, but I do want your opinion. Coins is something... It'd be nice if I could switch between the rewards on this screen, but I can't. The coins are something that, 44k coins is decent. And if I was doing it by myself and I wasn't making videos, sure, I probably would take the coins. Why not? But for entertainment purposes, obviously untradables is better, but should we do a happy medium and just take tradable packs? So if we were to pack, for instance, and not going to happen, but if we did pack a Ones to watch, I don't know, Brandt or João Felix or something, that would be worth a substantial amount of money. Brandt we could keep, and Felix we could ship off, and it could be a lot of money. Or we could pack it untradeable and then have it sit there and do nothing. We could be hit by the Ones to watch curse and they never get an inform and it's literally just sat there and I can't do anything with it. That's what I don't want this year. I don't want to be stuck with untradables that I either feel forced into playing or untradables that just are sat there not being used because they can't fit into the team, but they are worth loads. I've already done it this year on my main account actually. I've hit a Mo Salah and he's untradeable and I literally can't use him and it's depressing. So in terms of rank 1, I'm not even going to try and do it because it's not worth my time. 2 extra 15k packs isn't worth the grind to rank 1. I don't think I ever really hit rank 1 when we were in Foot Champs, let alone now without any Foot Champs boosts, so I'm not going to worry about that too much because obviously it's 400 points guaranteed through Foot Champs. We're not getting that at the moment because we're just going to be playing Rivals. Speaking of Foot Champs, we need to grind so we can get into that. So we've completed the early access segment, which is going to be a gold pack, a small Electrum players, and then the early access pack. I'm pretty sure the early access pack is a lone icon for like 3 games or something, so I wouldn't get overly excited. The gold pack, yesterday I packed Mo Salah in that, which is ironic. Small Electrum players, what do we do? Score a goal in 3 separate Rivals matches using a player or players with minimum 75 overall. And in this one was win 2 matches in Rivals using a starting squad containing at least 3 players bought on the market. So there we go. Not bad. And that early access pack we can claim as well. It's going to tell me what it is. No, it's just going to say early access pack. I'm kind of hoping it gives us something in there we can use. Let me have a look at that. Where's Oktoberfest? Because I've not looked at that since. I really do need to get these done. So, win 3 matches in Rivals using a starting squad with at least 3 German players. Obviously, I have done it. I have won. Look at Boateng. They all look like little kids that have been dressed up by their parents. It's hilarious. So, I have won 3 Rivals matches, obviously, but I just acquired Boateng and Jonathan Tah, who, by the way, are... I don't know. The jury's still out. Let's just leave it at that for now. Yeah, so unfortunately, I have not done enough to get that. Maybe tomorrow. There was something else as well. Eden Hazard story. What do we got left here? Score in 3 separate matches using La Liga players, which I will get done for tomorrow. That gives us the XP. And then score a finesse shot using Eden Hazard. Again, I will do that. I will do those in the same game. And we'll unlock 666 XP, which is not going to quite put us on level 9, but we're not far off. For level 9, those interested, we get a gold players pack, which isn't great, but, it is what it is. Right, so let's go open those packs, shall we? We need to look at Julian Brandt as well. Don't let me forget that. Right, what's this? Contains 1 player pick between 80 and 84, and 1 Team of the Week player on a 10-game loan. That's not too bad. I thought it was an icon. That's actually much better. So, I think I'm going to open the gold pack first. I was going to open that first, but now we'll open the gold pack. That could be quite good, though, that player pick. You never know. We could get Julian Brandt. It's going to be a rare player. It's actually going to be a board. It's a walkout in a 5k pack. It happens all the time. Don't be Cavani. Don't be Cavani. It's Cavani. I'm all right with it, though. I'm all right with it. It's going to be untradeable. But that's 2 days in a row. Is that something that happens all the time? It has to be. I don't know why it lagged, by the way. We've just got a walkout, and it's Cavani, and A, I don't want to use him, B, he's untradeable, and C, why isn't it Luis Suarez? How ungrateful can you be? Yesterday, in the very same pack, I pulled Mo Salah. How is that even possible? I'm gutted that's untradeable. I mean, it's only like 20, 30k anyway, but I just don't think it's going to be... I mean, I'll bring him on as a sub, sure, but... I mean, I don't know, see. I reckon you are guaranteed a walkout in that pack. You have to be, right? Surely. No? I don't know, maybe I'm talking nonsense, but... I don't know. Two walkouts back-to-back in 5k packs seems a little bit fishy to me. Small Electrum Players pack. What are we going to get in this one? It's going to be it's a Black Doors. We're not going to get anything in this one, unfortunately. It is going to be a rare player, but... the buck stops here. It is Diaz. No one has ever heard of him, and no one cares. Wow, I mean that is an off-league pack if I've ever seen one. Crazy. Let's pop that away, and here we go then. I mean this could be interesting. Team of the week player wise, can't really think of who I want from the team of the week. Maybe a 10-game loan of Delaney would be nice. I wouldn't mind that at all, so we can test him out before we decide whether we want to buy him. Someone said something about Axel Witsel in the comments earlier, saying, oh, Italian Cam? Pellegrini? Okay, 82 Pellegrini. I'm not a massive fan of that, to be fair. A fan of him in real life, but, I mean, I'm not that bothered by the card. Someone said Witsel earlier. What were they saying? Bundesliga teams are so OP. Witsel, only decent CDM, though, but he's very, very expensive, and I get it. So from this 84 player or 80 to 84 player pick, I would love a Julian Brandt. I would love a Kai Havertz. I would love Timo Werner. I'm probably gonna get Divock Origi. Oh, it's only a 3 player as well. Florian Thauvin isn't terrible. Not terrible. 83 rated. Is it tradable? No, it's not. So we've got the outline of a French league team. I said ages ago, like first episode, maybe second episode, that I wanted to build a French league team. Now we've got Florian Thauvin, and we've got ourselves Cavani as well. So we've got 2 players there. We've got Denier as well. That's the centre back. I think we've got the goalkeeper as well. So yeah, we are kind of half building one. It's a shame though that Cavani wasn't Ronaldo. Can you imagine? Honestly, I'd leave. I would leave. I would not continue playing the road to glory. Julian Brandt, let's just take a look. I mean, money-wise, I could probably get him for about, what, 25k, something about that. Yeah, it's about 25,000 coins. Not too bad. Let's have a look to see how good he is then. So yeah, 81 agility, I was right. Reactions and composure are okay. Ball control and dribbling are decent. Short passing is good. Long shots and shot power, not bad. Sprint speed, actually not bad at all. It is a decent card. I don't mind that. I wish I could do like a little comparison actually, because now what I want to do is go and have a look at Kai Havertz. Now, Havertz is a player that I've actually used. I've got him on my main account. I packed him. He is a little bit more expensive. Nothing, he's not too much more expensive. He's about 40, 45. His agility is lower. His reactions and his composure are probably about the same. Dribbling and ball control probably even out to be about the same. He's got a little bit more stamina. His shooting and shot power, not as high. His passing is almost the same. And his sprint speed is probably a touch higher than Brandt. But on the whole, you can make an argument for either one of those being the better card. It's probably about the same thing. And yeah, Julian Brandt is a lot cheaper. So if I was going to go for one, I probably would go for Brandt. But I just know how good Kai Havertz is. Saying that, though, he's no longer my favourite player in the game. Mo Salah is my favourite player in the game. What I want to do, though, is go round on Footbin. Not here now, but go on Footbin. And have a look at, like, go in and have, like, sort players by agility and things. And just see what players we could bring in. Based on how high their agility is and how good their dribbling is. Sort of that sort of side of things, that technically gifted people sort of thing. Like Adam Lallana, I've heard, is actually a very good player in the game because he's got very good ball control, which he does in real life. His ball, you'd swear he was Brazilian to look at him, but not the way he looks, but the way he plays the game rather. But either way, Cavani now on the bench. What else do we have going on here? Acheapong has come on a couple of times for us. Scored 2 goals and 3 assists in 5 games. Not too bad. Not one of those in squad battles, I might add. Oh, no, maybe one of them was squad battles, thinking about it. Thuram is no longer a player that really fits what I want. 69 agility, quite bad ball control. He's good at sort of, holding up the play and stuff, and he is a bit of a powerhouse, but yeah, at the moment I just want to build most of my team around that criteria. People telling me to get Rashika. Well, obviously we got him the other day. He's got 90 agility, so well done for telling me to get him. Thorgan Hazard has got 91 agility without me even knowing. Well done on getting him. Kevin Campbell, 90 agility. That's fantastic. And I think that's probably about it in terms of agility then, because you've got Luka Bacchio with 76 and obviously Yusuf Poulsen with 75. So they're not the best, but I don't mind Poulsen, to be fair. He's got 11 goals in 14 games for me. A lot of them have been in rivals. He's scored quite a few goals. Luka Bacchio with a fairly decent return, 11 and 18. I don't think Kevin Campbell's got more than maybe 1 or 2. Oh, he's got 6 goals and 5 assists. That's not too bad. The way that I'm playing at the moment is the 4-1-2-2 narrow. The press after possession loss, 3 bars for depth, although I'm not sure how I feel about the depth at the moment. There's a massive gap in my defence constantly. I've got an idea. I think I'm going to try and play around with it a little bit. But those are the settings that I use. The formation, obviously, the narrow. We've got both wingers. The one winger is a... Wait, why have I got Rashika as a cam and not Kevin Campbell? I don't know. Maybe I should have Rashika overlapping and Kevin Campbell coming through the middle. Do you know what? I'm going to do that. I don't know why it's that way round. So yeah, we've got Hazard and Rashika coming up on the... They're on, actually, let's go to instructions. They're on get forward, both Hazard... I hate the selection system. Hazard and Rashika are on get forward. And then we've got Kevin Campbell, who's on absolutely nothing. Only Luka Bacchio is on get in behind. And then the fullbacks are on overlap, which at the moment is really good, and it's helping me out loads. The problem with it is it leaves me exposed at the back on counter-attacks. So the one option that is available to me, and this is new this year, is Charles Aranguiz, who, by the way, is going to get replaced very soon. I'm just going to go look into a few CDMs. I think there are a few that I can choose that aren't Axel Witsel because he's too expensive. Delaney is creeping up in price as well. So I'm going to have a look around to see if there's anyone who might be able to come in instead of those. But the option this year is not just stay back while attacking or get forward, drop between defenders. Now that is a new support option, which means that we could essentially move into a 3 at the back when Max and Weiser are bombing forward on the overlap. It means that on the counter-attack, Aranguiz will drop in to that centre-back position. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that he'll always be playing as a centre-back. It just means that when the opposition have the ball and they're on the counter, he will drop a little bit deeper. Now, that's not going to leave me too exposed in the midfield because I'm not going to use him as a third centre-back. I'm not going to play a 3 at the back. It just means that he'll be further back when they start their attack. So I've already assembled my troops, as it were, and I can go and try and dispossess my opponent. It's going to mean that he drops further back. That's all I really want him to do because we are getting exposed when Max and Weiser bomb forward. But that's the formation at the moment that I feel like is working for me. It was recommended, actually, not to me directly, but in that stream yesterday, Alexander. Oh, yeah. Alexander, that's his name. It's just spelt very weird. Alexander. Anyway, he said that the narrow 4-1-2-1-2 was probably the best formation that he's used this year. And coming from a pro, you kind of got to take it on and give it a go. And I have done, and I agree with him. So, the end of this episode is us packing Cavani. We've played all our placement games. We're ready to start grinding. The team is looking pretty decent, but we have 40,000 coins to improve things. Next episode, hopefully, we'll have a new CDM instead of Charles Aranguiz, even though I do quite like him. I'll tell you a player that I really want to get this year, and not on the road to glory necessarily, because he won't fit this team, but Verratti, I think, would be phenomenal. Kante would be probably the best CDM in the game again, but because they are shorter. I feel like smaller, more sort of intricate players with great defending skills will be the be-all and end-all CDM this year. You will need a little bit of height, sure, but I think Verratti in particular could be a very, very good player. Now, obviously, would link if we had Cavani in there, but we're not going to worry about it. We could maybe go into some sort of hybrid, but I did really want a Bundesliga team this year. So at least for the time being, until we can get an icon in there, which shouldn't take us too long really, because the icon swaps are out on the 11th of October, so we can start building towards our first one then. But in tomorrow's episode, hopefully a new CDM and quite possibly a new striker. Maybe Julian Brandt comes in as well, partly as an investment, partly as a starting 11 player. I'm going to shut up now because I'm doing my own heading. So if you have enjoyed this episode of The Road to Glory, do me a favour, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.